I don't know if it was mentioned that that's the condition, but the way they described it, sometimes from the history, it's very clear what the condition is. So plantar fasciitis is usually the sore, like arch of the foot or around the heel. It's usually worse after a period of being sedentary. So after you wake up in the morning or after you sit for a period of time and it's a bit ouchy, you start moving, it feels better, but it's a bit of a catch-22 because you think, oh, I'll keep moving, but actually you make the inflammation worse, and the next time you rest, then it actually flares up. So I'm going to link the Instagram video in the comments. Hopefully you've got Instagram. You can watch that video. That's actually an excerpt from the release course that I run live 1 or 2 times a year. That's got a whole library of conditions and quite lengthy videos based on what people ask me. But yeah, Instagram cut off about 15 minutes of it. So that's all the physical aspect, because being someone who has experienced plantar fasciitis when I was 16 through to my early 20s, I did all the physical things, and I do think, and having been an osteo, there were some things that I think are really helpful. But what I'm here to share with you that not a lot of people speak about is the underlying emotional part. So I'm just going to cut to that in this video. So I look at location, and that location of the body around the arch of the foot and towards the heel, for me, I would say that that's a secondary area for what I call the solar plexus. Now, you don't need to understand about the solar plexus. I teach this when I teach about chakras. But the emotions around this is about identity, trust, self-esteem, expression of your truth, confidence, and speaking up. So it's got to do with things like that. And I find that these answers can land for other people who are listening in the group who might have this condition or a condition that is affecting this area of their foot. It does not need to be plantar fasciitis. It's not about the condition, it's about the location. But this is more directed for the person who showed up and asked this question, is feel into it. What are the memories that come up for you? What are the events and the people that come up for you when I say the words trust, confidence, self-esteem, speaking your truth, showing up? Okay? Now, to help you with that, usually the events that can trigger these stored emotions in your body related to or affecting your confidence, self-esteem, trust, and ability to speak your truth and speak up is usually events around experiencing bullying, shame, criticism, and judgment. So criticism, being told to do something a different way. Judgment, the things that people might say or the judgment that you might feel or perceive. It can also be that you are someone that judges someone, and usually we fear judgment because we are ones who judge ourselves. Bullying, so bullying can be high school bullying, it can be bullying from siblings, it can be bullying in the workplace as an adult, it can be bullying as an adult regardless of your workplace. Sometimes the bullying is a perception as well. Shame, feeling ashamed. It can be the words that your parents said that still stuck with you, and because you haven't processed them, they trigger you. You feel shame. So this has got to do with the solar plexus. For this person, there are many other areas of the solar plexus, but this is me unpacking the emotions behind this sore foot in the arch area, which yes, does sound like plantar fasciitis. Yes, you can do, you're going to see the physio, I believe. You can do the physical stuff, but sometimes we get caught up doing the physical stuff because it feels easier. It puts us into masculine mode. It makes us feel like I'm doing something. And I always just share this message because what comes through, because I know that with time, this message will finally land, and it's not always in the way our mind tries to understand. The key is to process emotions. Now, in this space, I just bring the awareness to what are the emotions. And if you really strongly feel it, when the timing is right, then you'll be ready to actually go in and process your emotions, and that's what I teach people. So the other thing that a condition like plantar fasciitis is associated with is inflammation. And when I think of inflammation, now sometimes you can just get that stiffness, stuckness in the plantar fascia, but I remember when mine got really inflamed, and I've seen other clients, like the foot can get red. It can actually like have its own heartbeat. It just starts to throb. So I really relate this to anger that's unexpressed. And one of the solar plexus emotions of when the solar plexus is out of balance, when it is storing these emotions, when they haven't been processed, is anger. More so, unexpressed, suppressed anger. So those are the emotions behind this condition of plantar fasciitis. But even if you don't have something called plantar fasciitis and you have pain in this area, in the arch of your foot or close towards the heel, then these are the emotions that are stored in your body for you to start to create awareness, because awareness and acknowledgement is the first step, for you to then go the next step further and to be able to process your emotions. So I hope that's helpful. I will tag the person who asked this question, and just remember that there is another 15-minute video on Instagram that goes through some of the physical stuff, because there are some conditions that I do believe it's important and valuable to get some physical treatment, but not to hand over the fix to the practitioner, the physical aspect. Because why a lot of people come into this space is because they try the physical and they've done all the things and they're still left with their discomfort, and then they're wondering what the emotional aspect is. All right, I hope that helped.